specifically in ideas, from ideas to action. And so we had dreams, and we had to start with a certain amount of money, and it was not easy. We invited so many people to invest in our future and our dream. Many of them did not take us seriously, even though few years after, some came. One met me at a wedding and said, "Tony, but why didn't you convince me well enough?" Why didn't you? And I can never forget it. And I just smiled. I said, "But I told you, I sent you the invite, and that you didn't." Well, initially, people get skeptical. Not even the idea, so you want to turn around institutions in this economy. How can you do it? It's never been done before. And so that is where you have to believe in yourself. Or you see, you believe in yourself also is not being, there's a difference between believing in yourself and being unrealistic. So you need to plan this, what you think is possible based on your reading. And so anything you want to do and you think it's possible, or ask yourself the tough questions like, I want to go to university. If you want to go to university, you must have 5 credits. You must pass JAM before you go to university. So it's not just enough to sit down your bed and say, I want to go to university. If you want to go to university, you have to have 5 credits, you have to pass JAM. So you read towards it. So in this case, the dream, finding capital was difficult. And was very difficult, but a few people believed in us. And that is why I also say, at every stage in life, we all need a push, a little platform. But just the unfortunate thing is that when most people, if 10 people get that platform from experience and discussions with others, about 70% always fail to take good advantage of that platform. So what it does, it creates problems for others like you. So you don't know who to actually support, because this one has to be the supported fail. But then also, for fear that some fail, you cannot also decide not to support others because you don't know who actually succeed. So I think the greatest problem for me is getting people to believe in your vision. At times the resource you require might not even be capital, might be different. It might even be an introduction to somebody to get something, to do something that will create awareness for. And I tell you what happened. Last Sunday, I was at Abuja for the presidential inauguration. And I was right there at the Eagle Square. Something happened, and this is what I'm sharing it with anybody. But I observed it and I took note of it. By the way, one tries to observe this environment very well. I noticed this lady that is a photographer, this TY lady. She was right there, run all over the place. Each time the president went to the I just said to myself, President Goodlaw doesn't know what he's doing for that lady's brand. And that's what leaders should be doing. Every little opportunity we have. Because to President Goodlaw, he doesn't need, he is a man of the moment. But by allowing someone like T.Y. Bello to be there, and so she becomes a reference point to her. When the president, she can do that now for even President of South Africa who was there, can do that for President of Kenya, depending on how she markets herself, she presents herself. She can do that, of course, in Nigeria. So it's like there's a successful Nigerian or African photographer. When President Goodluck was inaugurated in office, she covered it. So every little, that could be a major break for her. Imagine if it were not T.Y. Bello, it was another person. T.Y. Bello is fairly well known, but that would be another person. And that could easily have become that person's breakthrough. And obviously, I'm not sure President Goodluck knew the person one-on-one, but the person who did the intro, that could actually be an intro that that person might not forget in his or her lifetime. So beyond capital, there are other forms of resources, and that result can even be contact, introduction, sitting down, counseling, sharing ideas, telling somebody this is what I want to do, and having someone help you realistically think it through. Yes, it makes sense. No, see, watch this. Because, for instance, when the Access Bank guys, Ike and when they took over Access, they invited me. I think second day they resumed on third day. And I went to give them a talk. And my message that day was, please stay together at all costs. Simple as that. Because I know partnerships in a part of the world can be very difficult. And so for a partnership to succeed, the key drivers of that partnership must recognize that there's a potential threat to their partnership in how they relate, and rise above that. And each time there's one telling us that we have been advised to save this partnership. And so, you know, there are little things. Everything is not just about capital money. There are little things that entrepreneurs like yourself need to succeed. You know, but first you must tell yourself you have to translate that idea from paper to action. Otherwise, it's like one out of other 1 billion ideas that people have every day. I think this all I'll say at this point, but I would like to take specific questions you may wish to, or issues you'd like to consent, you'd like to clarify. Say, have you seen a lot of this? How about this? Have you faced this? Because I believe I face almost, I don't know any kind of challenge you want to talk about that one not faced. So what you see at the end of the day as end product does not usually start at the end product. You know, it goes through difficult moments.
I mean, if you're offering free consulting services, I don't think you'll be going home tonight, sir.